Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered. And for a Patreon cast for the week of May the 30th, 2025, we have Bisu, we have Action, we have Eclipse. Top right, it is Action. He is the macro Zerg, but not always macro, because always macro means people know what to expect and they can stop you pretty darn easily, man. You need to mix in some earlier cheeses and rushes to keep people honest. The bottom left, it is Bisu. Not the action Protoss, not the macro Protoss, man, but the all-around best Protoss player of Brood War's history since 1998, in my opinion. He is good at the early game, and the middle game, and the late game, and carriers, and Reaver drops, and all that fun stuff that makes Protoss so fun to play and so fun to watch. Eclipse. It is a two-player map, so Nexus firsting is not a very good option here, as well as hatch firsting for the Zerg player. So we will see if it's an overpool. I kind of feel like it has to be against Bisu. Action maybe does not know it's Bisu because of the barcode, but I think better safe than sorry facing off against a Protoss player on Eclipse. So, what do we got, man? What's going on here? Again, if you're watching this on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin, the week of May the 30th, 2025. Thanks for being a patron. I appreciate you, and I love you. For as little as $1 a month, you can become a patron. It's a good place to support me on a monthly basis because they take about 2% of your dono every month, and the vast majority of it goes to me. He's kind of faking a cannon rush here, which Action doesn't know. By the way, he did go hatch first. He went hatch first, and Bisu was like, hey, I'm going to cannon rush you. And Bisu says, Action's like, come on, man, don't cannon rush me. That's not cool. I mean, there's not a forge, so he can't. It's definitely a fake, but very funny anyway. And Zealots are in your future, man. This is what this Overlord is for. His name is Terry. You may have met him. He is Terry the Overlord. He's going to see how many Zealots are coming to try to kill his friend Action here. His friend and or master Action, I suppose. And we'll see how Action needs to hold it, right? Because his pool's not quite done yet. It's really annoying. Probably going to have to fight with drones a little bit, which is just not fun, man. Fighting Zealots with drones, it always feels like at any second, all your drones are going to die because the Zealot will have figured out some kind of an AoE mass attack that kills all your drones at the same time. Can't do that, but it sure feels that way. This drone is delaying. Look at this delay. Dude, wow. He forced the Zealot to fall back and check this third base. Oh, man, that bought so much important time there for Action. That was great. Nicely done, drone. And he does want to get a third base up here, but now... now the probe is fighting and delaying it. It's like, hey, two could play this delay game, man. Get out. Get out of here. At third base comes in at 320 because Overlord sees the gate expand, sees the expand. And there's the third base. Cool. So everything's looking great as far as I am concerned here between these two players. So if you're watching this in May 2025, thanks for being a patron, especially these days as I lost my job. And we are struggling a bit here to make things happen with the channel. I've added a lot of live streaming you may have seen too, and that's been helping a bunch. If you're watching this after May 2025, hey, tap the like button. Maybe subscribe. Trying to get to 69,000 subscribers. For obvious reasons. We're at 68 something. Can guarantee you that much at this point. So what do we got here, man? Nothing. Nothing too weird. No sign of a Hydra Den yet. Metabolic boost, yes. Hefty number of lings, yes. Third hatch, also yes. So it's going to be dicey. I'd love to see a cannon tossed up here from Bisu just for the sake of safety's sake. This ling count is not nothing. It is, in fact, quite something. Had to mute the microphone to do a big old sneeze there. Yes, indeed. So what is Metabolic Boost for a run-by? Oh, but hold position lings. Yeah, gotta watch those very carefully. He dives around. Oh, but no. See, there's the cannon. There's the Zealot. And here we go. The lings can definitely hack away at this gateway, but also they need to do something about these Zealots that are coming up to his third base and trying to kill it straight up. Yeah. These Lings have to fight it. A Sunken would probably be nice to try and fight it. Action's one of those Zergs that do not believe in static defense, though. In the ZVPs that I've cast of his, he very rarely gets a Sunken or two. And thinks he can deal with Zealots like this. And you know what? A lot of the time he can, but man, it is Bisu Zealots here, friends. And bam, engage. There's the engage. Let's see how he's doing here against these Zealots. Pretty well. Pretty good micro on both sides. And he will clean it up. Zealot does get back. There, just dies anyway. Behind the mineral line. Pretty annoying stuff, but if he's gone after a second of being back there, I'm sure Action doesn't care too much. Action just says, Lings are the answer, man. You don't need Sunkens. Too expensive, not enough value in Action's opinion here. Man, this micro on both sides, pretty good. Action, just enough Ling production to defend here against all these Zealots. Citadel, Corsair production has already begun. A Corsair is out. A Spire is on the way, but again, it wasn't a fast Spire because we went Metabolic Boost before the Lair, which does delay the Spire. That's a Macro Hatch, not a Hydra Den, so he's not going to have any anti-air here for a minute. That's a Macro Hatch, too. Okay, so these Overlords are undefended. All they can do is run, which, as we all know, Overlords are terrible at running. A Hydra Den gets fired up now. He says, you know what, I should actually have a Hydra Den by golly at 6 minutes against Bisu. Or any good Protoss player, which this obviously is. Bam. Overlord down, supply block engaged. Evolution Chamber coming in too. So now we're playing the game of, is this a lot of Mutas, or is this going to be a bunch of Hydralisks? Terran has to play this game, and Protoss has to play this game too if they're playing against Zerg. Is it a Hydra Lurker bust? Is it a Hydra bust? Is it going to be a lot of Mutalisks and a bunch of Scourge? I have to figure that out. We got to get some scouting going. It is a +1 attack here for these Corsairs, so he's betting it's going to be Mutalisks. But also getting Templar Archives. I mean, not that Storm is going to be bad against one thing and not the other. It's good against both Mutas and against Hydralisks here. Hydra Speed is coming in. That indicates to me it's going to be a bunch of Hydralisks, man. It's going to be a lot of Hydras. It's going to be, unfortunately, what looks like a misread from Bisu. He is pumping Corsairs like there is no tomorrow. He is getting +1 attack for those Corsairs. Like they're going to be useful against the Mutas that are coming. Nope. It is all Hydra all day, man. These Zealots are on the attack, but also they're on the scout. They would really, really love to see, is there any chance it's not a bunch of Hydra? It's a bunch of Hydras. All right. So he figures out it's a bunch of Hydras. The +1 attack for the Corsairs is already dead. He can't cancel it. He immediately cancel or tries to kill this Lurker Egg so that he can get out, right? He can get out here with his Zealots a little bit more easily. Storm is getting started. Zealots buying time. Corsairs buying time. They know, oh man, they were going to take down as many Overlords as they could there, but then the Scourge flanked. And the Scourge, take out one of the Corsairs. When there are only 6 of them, one represents a big portion of the available DPS. I don't know why he's juking so much. A straight line shot. You're going to make it home safe. Juking is what slows you down. Okay, Overlord speed is really necessary here because there is a DT out. It's not multiple DTs. It is one DT. But if you try to show up here with Hydras, it's so close on either way to a win or a loss that one DT can tilt the scales of victory there in the favor of Bisu. So he's got to get Overlord speed, which he's not doing, which he has already. So never mind, he's good. Overlord speed is done. Lurker aspect coming in. These guys trying to dive bomb on these Overlords, and there are like 6 Hydras down there is not what you want to do, Bisu, and he knows that. He knows it is what he knows. Third base, maybe Bisu's thinking about going for one of those. Up the left side here. Robotics facility is coming in. Now, what's tricky about this game? I am curious. mean, Action's done a really impeccable job of dealing with a lot of Zealot pressure with no Sunkens at all, and making a lot of macro hatches instead, which allows him to have a big macro capability. A lot of larva production. Sitting here at 51 drones, making 8 Hydras at a time. Lurker aspect finishes, and I think that's the indication we need to go. Good scout, man. No hive. Just macro hatches. It's going to be a lot of Hydras and Lurkers. Fire up Dragoons. Get Singularity Charge. Ooh, almost. Almost. Some of these are injured, but not dead. So it's Speed Lots. It's High Templar with Storm. It's Dragoons to help deal with the Lurkers that are certainly coming, and they are, because there are 5 Lurker eggs in production. They're kind of spread across the way here, but yes, they are coming quite nicely. Trying to set up for a third base when your enemy's coming for a big Hydra Lurker bust timing seems a little aggressive economically. We'll see how Bisu handles this. I mean, in fairness, Action got a 4th, so maybe it's not that big a deal. The DT scattered it too, so never mind. Bisu says, okay, so it's not going to be an immediate Hydra Lurker bust timing, which is so hard to figure out in these 1v1 games, right? In games of StarCraft that I play, it's just, you don't know. You don't know if it's going to be a 2-base all-in until you see the 3rd base, or you see the 3rd base as the enemy is expanding, which is hard to do, or attacking, because they're attacking you. And when they're attacking you, you're kind of focused on the attack. There's even a Queen's Nest coming in here. So Bisu maybe trying to take advantage of this little tiny window that Action has afforded him, where he's got all this stuff to deal with Hydra Lurker. There is no Plague yet. There is no Dark Swarm yet, and it won't be here for another 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, I don't think he knows the hive timing is at 11:58, but he knows it's probably coming. So he's going to engage on in here. Lurkers have a great spread, obviously. They die pretty much instantly here. 160 to 130 supply, about where Bisu wants to be. 30 supply up at 12 to 15, 16 minutes is awesome for the Protoss. Axon's job at this point is to not lose a base and get Plague out. I think that's pretty much it. Those drones trying to transfer over to the 4th base. Good snipe on the obs. Backup obs does exist. Bisu's not an idiot. He's not an idiot here. Yeah, free Dragoon is free. Just bad pathing. And then the counter storm. 2 Hydras died for that 1 Dragoon's death. For every one of us that falls, we shall take 2 of you, says Bisu, which is, I think, pretty smart strategy if you're trying to win a PvZ. Hydras, Lurkers, Overlords, poking in, poking out. Trying to fight and defend and help these Lurkers a little bit, but man, they're dying fast. Coming up a ramp with Dragoons is a nightmare. Bisu recognizes that. He's trying to get, trying to get a 4th base left side, but that thing got sniped by Hydralisks instead. Action seems like he's holding here. It looks like he's pretty capably shutting this thing down. Bisu falling back. Yeah, just Dragoons fighting here. Never good. They've got +1/+1 and everything. The Hydras are at a +2 attack though, so they kind of keeping up, kind of countering here just a tiny little bit. Good snipe on the obs, and then there's another backup obs. Backup obs. 4th base attempted again from Bisu. But the time is clicking, man. Time is ticking into the future. Got Adrenal fired up. Well, on the way anyway. I guess I say fired up. I watched the English cast of the ASL 19 finals, and those 2 guys are very much about saying things are coming online. And I say up. It's coming up. It's getting fired up. Like, that's my word when I cast. It's just interesting to see little consistencies, little consistent things that casters say, little phrases they use a lot when they're casting. Nice pick off on an Overlord. Not a supply block here, but dude. Wait, is there not a Defiler Mound? Wait, what? I am confused. Why is he not getting a Defiler Mound? He got Adrenal crazy fast. Is he just thinking, let's go. Let's take Bisu out. Bisu tried to get a 4th base. He thought he had enough time because I was going into Plague or something, obviously, but I'm not. I'm getting Adrenal for my Lings. That is my Hive Tech today. And let's head down and see what we can do. Pick off some of these High Templar down that way. Dodging storms, trying to split the lurkers out as much as possible. Yeah, these cracklings on top of your Dragoons really make them want to fall back. He's trying to separate the 3rd base from the natural base for Bisu here with this positioning. I kind of love it. Action's up 140 to 119 supply. Holy haralabob. What is going? He can actually probably kill this base. There are 3 cannons, no High Templar, no Reavers there at all. Action coming in a little bit sooner than Bisu was expecting. What a sneaky move from him. I don't know what's going to win it for him, but I like it quite a bit. It's a lot of dead Hydras. Minimal micro there, unfortunately. Trying to come in, get these lurkers behind that mineral line, but there are obs chasing them. Oh, the lurker egg kind of blocking access until the cannon wiped it out. Probes get pulled from that position. Wait, did they not get pulled? Where did they all go? Oh, they all went up to the gas. All right, they're huddled around the assimilator. Oh, and that's a GG. Wow. Bisu taps out. Recognizes his 4th base is defunct. He can't save it. Units with +2 attack and +1 armor are flooding across the map here. What a build from Action. Gets the 4th base up. Gets Adrenal. Doesn't bother with a Defiler Mound. Doesn't bother with any of that stuff. And then goes once Adrenal is done. I think Bisu thought he had a little more time. I do. I think he thought they had a little bit more time. And then Action just boosh. Showed up about a minute or 2 earlier than expected. Caught him off guard. And took him down. I love it. I love getting Adrenal here. Maybe I would have loved to see Plague too. But if it means that Bisu was more ready for it, then I think maybe this was the smart move. Yeah, man. Mind games. The mind games of StarCraft. Sometimes you fall into a very familiar routine, right? Very familiar routine in StarCraft where you just figure, okay, this is what's happening. So that means this happens, then this happens, then this happens. And at this time, I need to worry about this. But, you know, there's no rules that are written that say you have to play any one particular way. And this is Action being a fantastic sneaky guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hatches on 4 bases. Incredible stuff. Great upgrades. Didn't skip on his upgrade timings at all. Sneaks a lurker back here, makes an egg to block access, shuts down all mining at this position. These High Templar are alone and enough energy for 1 storm between them, but that's not enough to save the day. There were no High Templar at this 3rd base either. Like I said, that was going to die too. So that's why he tapped. That's it. GG's, man. Wow, 110, 107,000 points there in favor of Action. Outproduced 2-1, getting killed 2-1. 2-0 buildings razed, and the outspend here in a 16-minute PvZ. Just enough to make it happen, and what a beautifully executed, well-crafted ZVP from Action. I'm impressed. One of the better games I've seen from him, and I've seen some incredible bangers from this guy. Like I said, if you expect him to be the macro Zerg who is really happy to get into late game against you and just have superior macro, sometimes he shows up at about 16 minutes and catches you off guard and kicks you in the teeth. So that's a GG from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.